Hi, everyone. Dr. Trevor Cates here. And today I want to talk with you about how stress impacts our health and how self care actually impacts, in a good way, if we're doing the right practices, our skin and our hormones and our overall health. So, self care is really true health care. If we think about it, it's really taking the time to nourish ourselves, to take care of ourselves. And it can have a huge impact. But if you think about it, self care is crucial for our health. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't really help take care of other people. So, and I know it's Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and a lot of times people this time of the month or year or whatever are thinking about what they could do for other people. But don't forget to take care of yourself. And if you happen to not have a Valentine day for Valentine's Day, then think about ways that you can treat yourself as a Valentine and give yourself that self care because it really, really, truly makes an impact on your health. Last week on the live, I talked about oxytocin and our health and our skin and how touch and being in love impacts our health and our skin. And so I want to talk more about self care today. But with that, I can't really talk about the benefits of self care without first talking about stress, because really the benefits for our health have to do with stress. So we know that chronic stress is one of the major contributors for disease, and it's one of the primary reasons why people go see their healthcare provider, why people have health issues. So stress has been linked with a number of different health problems. Now, first, let me explain and clarify that chronic stress is different than acute stress. Acute stress is completely normal, and we need it to survive. And as I mentioned last time, without that boost in cortisol, we wouldn't be able to get up in the morning and do things, get things done. We need stress in a certain way to get things going. And acute stress actually helps our immune system as well. So there are a lot of good things that stress isn't all bad. The problem is when we have ongoing stress and we're not managing stress. So that's how self care ties into this. And I'm going to talk in a moment about 7 things you can do to help make sure that your self care routine is the best. But let me talk first about stress. So, stress, when we're chronically stressed, it increases a number of hormones, and hormones play such a huge role in the health of our bodies, including our skin. And that's why I'm writing my next book, Natural Beauty Reset, and I'm doing a docu-series on hormones because I want to make sure people understand the impact that hormones have on our body. So, stress, what it does is it increases a number of hormones, including cortisol, insulin, catecholamines, growth hormone, prolactin. There's so many that it increases. Now, I'm not going to go into all the hormones because you'll have to get my book because there's so many that I dive into, and then also in the docu series. But let me talk about some of these and how they directly impact your health. So with these changes in hormones, what can happen is it can actually impact your menstrual cycle if you're a woman, and fertility. So stress is not just something we want to dismiss. It's important for us to pay attention to stress because it can really impact our health. And as women, it can impact our menstrual cycle negatively, and it can impact our ability to get pregnant for those women who are trying to do that. It also, with it raising catecholamines and also suppressor T cell levels, it actually can suppress the immune system, which is the last thing we need right now, right? And so it raises a risk of viral infection. So managing stress is really, really important, especially right now. Now, again, like I said before, short term stress can actually boost your immune system. So it's okay to be a little stressed, but chronic ongoing stress is what really starts to negatively impact our immune system. And then also it alters with insulin. It actually stress alters insulin, which can put people at risk, a higher risk for diabetes or insulin resistant disease. In addition to these things, stress also increases the release of histamine. And histamine is an inflammatory chemical in the body, and that will actually worsen skin problems and other inflammatory conditions like asthma or other inflammatory issues that you might have. It also alters the acid in our stomach, so it can impact digestion, it can lead to ulcers, it can make us also more susceptible to certain mental health issues. So yes, we want to manage stress, and I wanted to mention hormones within this because I think a lot of times when I say hormones, women are the ones that pay attention and they think I'm going to just be talking about estrogen and progesterone. But we have so many hormones, both men and women, that impact our health in a number of ways, like insulin and our blood sugar, like some of these other hormones I talked about, and including thyroid. People that are highly stressed, it can impact their thyroid, can trigger thyroid disease. So many reasons we need to. Okay, I've talked enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Let's talk about excellent self-care practices. What does that mean? Because I think even the word or two words, whatever, if you want to hyphenate it or you want to get have it as two words. So, I'm sorry, I was an English major. Um, Self-care is a sometimes people don't really even know what that means. But what it really means is taking care of your whole body. It's not just about skincare, and it's not just about what you eat or if you exercise. Self care is a full body approach, inside and outside, including your connection to God, the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call connection to a higher source. Maybe even that's to nature and the outside world. But whatever that you want to have all of these within your self care practice, but it doesn't have to be complicated. So I find that there are like about 7 practices or aspects of this that you want to pay attention to. So the first one is to nourish your body with healthy food and drinks. So you want to be eating the foods that nourish your body, that support your body, a lot of plant-based foods with high fiber that help support your gut health, that give you nutrients that you need, that give you fiber that you need, and then also hydrating your body with the right amount of water, purified water, and teas and other things that you enjoy to drink, but you want to make sure that you're hydrating and nourishing your body. That's really important for self-care. And so you may have thought that I was going to say skincare is the number one self-care, but as a naturopathic physician and author of Clean Skin from Within, I do believe that the first thing we want to do is to nourish our body from the inside out. If you're not doing that, there's no amount of skincare that's going to help your skin or your, certainly not your overall health. But it starts with the foods that we eat. That's a really important part. Of course, there are other aspects too, but if we're really looking at how are we going to help enhance our health, we need certain nutrients to manage stress, like B vitamins, for example. When we're under high periods of stress, our body needs more B vitamins to help us manage stress. So we burn through them more quickly. We need more of them. That's one of the reasons why we want these nourishing foods to help us with managing stress. And we get so many of the nutrients to help us with our immune system, with our hormonal balance, our skin. All of that comes, a lot of that, from our food and the drinks that we consume. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to make sure you're getting a high quality night's sleep. Now, that's not just making sure that you are in bed for 8 hours at night or 7 hours, but to make sure that you're getting the highest quality sleep. The way to know if you're getting, one of the ways to know you're getting the right amount of sleep is how you feel when you wake up in the morning. If you're feeling really revived, rested, restored, that's a really good indication that you're getting the right amount of sleep. Now, some people will get 8 hours of sleep and still feel exhausted. That they're not getting high quality sleep. And if you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, you're probably still not getting enough sleep. So usually it's somewhere in the 7, 8 hour a night range. But if you're not waking feeling rested, you're not getting that restorative sleep. You're not getting in that REM sleep. You're not going through all the sleep cycles. And you'll find more about sleep and sleep tips in my blog and my book and other lives that I've done. And we'll be covering this more in my upcoming podcast. And I'm used to do the Spa Doctor podcast, and we're going to be revamping the podcast. It's going to have a new look, a new name, and I'm so excited to bring this to you. I'm interviewing one of our guests today, recording it today. We'll be telling you more about the new podcast. It's going to be amazing. And so sleep is really important, getting that high quality sleep. The third thing is regular exercise. We need to move our bodies. Now, you want to match the exercise to your fitness level, to your health level, and going to the gym and doing a really workout. But whatever it is, we want to make sure that we're moving our bodies, and talk to your healthcare provider, work with a personal trainer, talk to friends that do a lot of exercise. If you need some ideas on ways to get into it, into exercise, but making sure that you're doing it and really you want to enjoy it. Exercise should be fun. If you need some ideas, my friend Kathy Smith has tons of stuff on her website for fitness ideas. She's got tons of things. Kathy Smith has been doing this a long time. She used to have a record with a poster on the wall, and people would listen to the record and do her exercises, and she's still going strong. So she's a good friend of mine. If you need some ideas, go check her out. I'm sure you guys have heard of her. But so three is exercise. The fourth one is having a nourishing skincare routine morning and night. Now, probably aren't surprised to hear that from me. I'm not all about skincare, but I definitely do believe in the importance of skincare. But here's the thing. Not just any skincare is going to do. It needs to be natural, non toxic, because you don't want to add more burden to your body, more stress to your body. When your body is exposed to toxins, that just weighs you down more, adds another layer of stress to your body. Toxins are stress to the body. So this is a more of a physiologic stress and an emotional stress, but toxins are something we do not want to be exposed to. So if you're doing a self-care routine and it's adding more toxins to your life or to your body, that's not a good thing. You are trying to do a good thing, so make sure you're using pure, clean, natural products like we have at the Spa Doctor. And then also, you want your skincare products to feel luxurious, because part of this is a stress management practice is for you to enjoy your skincare routine morning and night. And for those of you who are not really into skincare, you could still do it. Maybe you don't spend as much time, but I encourage you to at least try taking in. So with the Spa Doctor, we use organic essential oils and a blend that both men and women love. And part of the idea of the combination of essential oils that I chose for this was for it to help you feel relaxed. So if you're using the Spa Doctor skincare products, or you're interested in using them, or you've got other products that have organic essential oils in them, take a moment to take in the scents and the aroma. And because certain essential oils can actually help with reducing stress. So taking a moment to breathe it in, take a few deep breaths, enjoy that. Let your skincare routine, both morning and night, be part of your stress management. It's such an important part that I think a lot of people overlook. They just kind of, do it quickly, or maybe they don't even do skincare products at all. But it's really great to take the time and enjoy your skincare routine morning, because it sets the tone for the day. And that will help set you up for success for the rest of the day, and kind of keeping the stress level low. And then doing it again at night to help get you ready for bedtime, to help your body settle into a low stress environment and know that it's time to transition to sleep. So that's why I think it's great as far as stress management goes to do your skincare routine morning and night. You could do it again in the middle of the day if you have time, but most people don't have time for that. And then think about other stress management practices you can have. breath work, prayer, gratitude, meditation, going for a walk, listening to soothing music, whatever works for you, try and do that every day because it's really the daily practices that we have that make the biggest difference. And that's why I like the skincare system that we have is called the daily essentials because it's the daily choices that we make. We don't want to just use things sometimes or do things sometimes and, if we miss out, it's okay, but let's try and get back on track because it's those daily choices that make the biggest impact. And again, if we miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it, but just try and get back on track. Every time you wake up in the morning, it's a new day, a new opportunity to get back on track. And I think with the next thing I have on my list is to set goals and prioritize because we can't do everything all the time and we shouldn't expect perfection because that just adds another layer of stress. If we expect perfection and we're aiming for perfection, and believe me, I know I've had those moments where everything has to be perfect and I've got to do everything. And I am definitely a go getter, achiever, and I can sometimes be in that, type A personality mindset kind of thing. But I have to step back for a moment and be like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's some things I'm just going to set my goals and prioritize them. Like, what's the most important thing? And then the things that are at the bottom of the list, okay, those can wait for tomorrow. I can, think about that another time. Let me just start with the top of my list and get these done. If I could focus on these, I can do my absolute personal best on those things and not beat myself up about the rest because we can't do everything all the time. And I know we certainly try. Look, I'm a doctor, I'm a mom of mom of three kids, newly engaged, so I'm not single anymore. But I haven't, for many years, I didn't have any help with, when my kids are with me, I'm on my own, right? So, and I get it. We try and do so much, and then we just kind of get overwhelmed and too stressed, and we're not able to do all the things that we really want to do. So the last thing I have on the list about self-care, and there's plenty of other things that you can do to incorporate self-care, but is to stay connected with your community. We we are social beings, we're social creatures, and whether that is just one person or a group of people, different personality types, you might be more of an introvert or extrovert, but we do need social interaction. We need a community. So create, if you don't have a community, find one, gather one together and stay connected with your community because that really does help with managing stress. And we need this, and it helps us stay on track with our goals. It just helps us feel a sense of love and connection with people. It also can help with our hormones, with balancing our hormones. Having a community helps with lowering cortisol. It helps us, especially have physical touch with it. It helps with our oxytocin levels, which, as I talked about last time, it helps us feel this sense of connection. So it's one of the big things with why I big on the spa doctor is that one of our biggest core values is to helping our community and giving back and helping our community feel connected with others. So we're always trying to think of ways that we can better help you. And so there are virtual ways to connect with people. We have a couple of Facebook groups. We have a Facebook group for our VIP customers, or those are our auto ship customers. And then we also have a Clean Skin from Within Facebook group that's a free group. We just did a reboot of my Clean Skin from Within program. In that group, there's still lots of information in there. It's completely free. You can join us there, of course. And on here on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of these places are places where I'm trying to help you connect with others and feel a sense of community. But it's also up to you to do your part to try and find people that are like-minded, or maybe even people to push you outside your comfort zone, and even find a way to connect more with people. So, hopefully, that helps with giving you some ideas on your self care practice. And I look forward to hearing, and you feel free to post questions or comments below, and I'll take a look and comment as you guys comment. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.